I said, baby,
Baby,
it's 3 a.m. I must be hungry. Welcome to 3 a.m. Junk Food, where we pillow talk about movies and TV shows. I'm Eric. This is my hetero life mate, Antonio. And this week, what we're going to be talking about is the show known as... Invincible. Invincible is the show we're talking about this week. Invincible is a show about a teenage superhero whose dad is the biggest and best superhero in the world, named Omni-Man. It's about a kid named Mark Grayson and his trials and tribulations of becoming a superhero, but there is an underlying threat and an underlying story that is also happening that will weave its way until a insane finale. And Antonio, tell them how we're going to do this review today.
All right, so we're going to try to do a short little, we're just going to tell you how awesome the show is, and then we're going to kick you out to talk about all the spoilers, because we're going to do a lot of spoilers.
Yep. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, pros and cons. There's not going to be very many cons. There's literally only one negative that I can think of. Well, two. One, some of the animation in moments where you can tell that it's not considered important, it's a little lackadaisical, kind of like bad...
Less quality.
Yeah, like bad video game graphics. That and the girlfriend, Amber, some of her parts are a little bit... frustrating, should we say. Other than that, this show is phenomenal.
For multiple reasons.
First amazing thing, this voice cast may be the best voice cast ever assembled for a cartoon. And I don't even want to call it a cartoon, because that makes it sound childish. It's an animated...
It's very mature. It's
TV
for
show.
Adults.
J.K. Simmons.
Kids probably shouldn't watch this.
Absolutely not. J.K. Simmons, Sandra Oh, Stephen Yoon, Jillian Jacobs, Zachary Quinto, Walton Goggins. I can basically go on and on. This is a phenomenal show. The voice cast, and nobody phones it. Everybody nails it. Nails their character. And what that leads us into is the characters that these people voice and play. And some of them, they're just so... There is not a single one-dimensional character on the show. Even like the guards in the very first episode. The guard, the dad.
He had personality.
He had a personality.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Everybody. Not a single person. The dialogue feels real. The characters are three-dimensional, well-rounded. The villains and the other heroes. Their relationships feel real. The way they talk to each other feels real. There were certain scenes that reminded me of how we talk, like at work and at other places, and it's just people talking, and it feels so. I keep saying real.
So obviously the voice actors are good, but they're also acting well. You're not always going to get that in every movie or show, but I don't know how it works with voice acting, like were they directed to talk a certain way, but they were, and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's direction in animated.
Yeah, I know they acted out and stuff because I've seen the videos and stuff.
The action, holy crap! When they go for
some of my favorite action scenes in general is in the show.
At first, the first episode feels very much. The first episode feels very much like your stereotypical superhero show. And that's kind of where it feels like it's going. And then the end of episode 1, all of that changes. And
tries to give you like the familiarity of comic books and comic book stories that we're used to.
And then it just turns that on its head, and it doesn't stop until the end.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Make sure you watch after the credits of the first episode, because that's really important.
Every episode. Except for episode 7, there's a post-credit scene in every episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the storyline is so good.
There's multiple different stories
and they
happening.
effortlessly
they're all pretty good.
kind of mixed together in different ways and for different reasons. Everybody has a very clear motive for what they do and why they do it. Mark doesn't. At first, I'm like, God, you do so many dumb things. And then I'm like, but he's normal. Like, he has superpowers, but he's a normal person doing the best that he can.
Oh, spoilers. He gets superpowers.
It would be a really boring show if he didn't. God forbid. All right.
He's the blue and yellow guy.
Yeah. He's the one that the show's about.
Yeah.
Favorite character?
Probably Invincible.
Really?
I've gone back and forth, but there's decisions he makes that show his character that's just really impressive with all the stuff he's going through. It's kind of like he's going through puberty, but he's going through getting his superpowers in high school. That's a lot. And he obviously makes really not selfish decisions. So it's impressive. And there's a lot of characters. I like Robot a lot. I like Omni-Man for various reasons. A lot of people don't. I don't know. I just kind of want to wrap up the spoiler free right now, actually.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I agree with him in a lot of ways. Specifically, the characters that I really liked. Monster Girl, Robot was really great for various reasons. Mark is amazing just because of who he is and how hard he tries. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and wrap up this, our spoiler-free portion.
Give it a rating.
Yeah, so I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. It's incredible. Absolutely phenomenal show. I did not know what to expect, and I was so pleasantly surprised. I hadn't really read much of the source material beforehand. But now I'm definitely going to. I'd give it a 10.
So considering all the demographics and the way people rate movies in general and shows, I'd probably give it a 8 to 9 out of 10. For comic book fans, I definitely give it 10 out of 10, maybe an 11 out of 10. There's so much fan service for us. It's kind of like a gift, and I like it. It makes me feel like really, really good. So thank you for looking out for comic book fans.
Bravo,
really appreciate it.
Bravo to Robert Kirkman who wrote it.
Go watch the show. It's on Amazon Prime.
It's 8 episodes. It's 8 episodes, about an hour each. 45 minutes to an hour.
I think it's like $10 if you don't have Amazon Prime a month. Just pay the $10 and watch the whole show.
It's incredible.
So worth it. It's easily one of my favorite shows of all time. I've thought about it the past whole week now. Oh, that's crazy. No, it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's it for the spoiler-free review. Please be gone. If you're go watch the show. If you've already seen it, then stay tuned for the spoilers.
And remember, if you're checking out now because you haven't watched the show yet and you don't want to see the spoilers, remember to leave a like on this video, share it around with your friends so that we can get more exposure to what we're trying to do here. Subscribe to our channel, and just stay tuned for more videos. We're gonna try and be doing these every week, as we've said before. Yeah, so that's it for our spoiler free. Now we're gonna go ahead.
Now it's spoiler time.
Yeah. All right. Whoop whoop. Spoiler
have
alert.
effects, so we can do this.
Whoop,
Spoiler time.
Alert. Whoop,
All right, let's
whoop.
go.
Spoiler alert. All right, that's enough.
I'm still dancing.
All right, nice. So,
Nice.
all right, we're good. Everybody, we should have given you guys enough time.
Fucking love this show.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch the show? It's fucking amazing.
Woo!
I love this show so much.
Holy fucking shit. Omni-Man is a monster. He is a...
I love Omni-Man. I don't care.
You have problems.
I do.
Omni-Man is a fucking colonizing white supremacist space Nazi.
Eric is triggered.
He's a space Nazi. He even has a mustache.
Hey man, I don't care that he reminds me of Nazis and stuff. Just him as his own character. He's loyal as shit to his people. Are his people insane?
Yes.
They kill people like it's nothing.
They killed their own people.
They don't even care about their other people because they care more about just killing him. Then they care even less about every other sentient being in the universe.
It's wild. They believe so strong. So his people we're talking about are the Viltrumites, and he talks about them like they're this wonderful, like race of aliens who like go around the universe and they bring technology and medicine and all these things and they help these worlds and bring them out of dark ages. The part that he leaves out until the very end is they conquer those worlds as an empire, and if the people refuse to just be subservient to the Viltrumites, they just kill them all. Like all of them. They are murderers.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And they don't care.
They also wear like the typical like super pure, super advanced kind of outfits, and their society is super advanced. So they kind of like take that idea of the perfect society and the perfectly evolved, and it is, but with the added bonus of them being complete psychopaths. So,
Yeah.
but hey, it's a good lesson. Like, hey, do you want the perfect society? Want to start killing motherfuckers? Because if you want to be a Viltrumite and you want the advanced society,
There
that's
are
what you
ways to
gotta do.
have a good society without. Anyway, we're focusing too much on this one aspect. But yeah,
I love Omni-Man.
They're crazy space Nazis, and Omni-Man's a
I
monster.
love Viltrumites.
You're scary.
Yes, but I also love Invincible, and I love the humanity of the show. The show has great humanity. Invincible is the best character because he has to deal with his father becoming a superhero, keeping his secret, being in love with like 2 women. I think he's in love with.
He's in love with Adam Eve.
Yeah,
100%.
he's definitely in love with
You
Eve.
can tell that he has a thing for Adam Eve, and I definitely ship that more than I ship him and Amber, because Amber is a bitch. I realize that's maybe that's
No, that's her whole thing though, is like, oh, do you like Amber? You must like, strong, independent women.
No, that's not
who have attitudes.
That is what a fake, strong, independent woman looks like. What women think. When men write women, that's what they think they look like.
She's very sassy, and then she's like sassy, and you're like, okay, that's just her character. She's just sassy, and then
she's still useless.
You see her other side, which is she seems like a very loving girlfriend who needs certain things, and she's not getting her needs met. And then it turns out she's just a huge bitch. Okay, the whole story where I always knew you were a superhero. That's dumb. That erases the entire story of their relationship. It's stupid. I hate that.
And that's kind of why I feel like they did it. It's like,
we're subverting your expectations.
No, you just made me hate this character.
You ruined the story.
And you're gonna keep this character around, obviously, because she was at the end of the episode. I despise.
Just
Amber.
do the Far From Home. Do the Far From Home plot twist. You're invincible. Yeah, I am. Oh shit, you are? Oh damn, I would have been cool with that. And then she'll go and be like, look, I can't deal with this right now. You gotta leave. No, I would have liked that better than the crap we got.
She treats him like crap the entire time for ignoring her,
and she knows that he's a superhero.
And she knows. So she's doing this on purpose.
Fuck Amber.
Yeah, fuck Amber. I can't stand her. Adam Eve is way better. You should be with her. She's another superhero who gets it.
And man, relationships.
Plus, she's a good person.
Relationships are all about timing. He's a very mature person. He understands the timing just isn't. I think he is. How is he not mature?
I mean, he's very emotional. I don't think he's mature. I think he tries hard, but
that's all he can do, man. But
the way he reacts to certain things is not very mature. So
he's very reactive, which is his downfall. But his reactiveness kind of does some things.
So one of the best attributes of this show is the mystery, because in the end of the first episode, like we said in our spoiler-free review, it feels like a very stereotypical superhero show, and then all of a sudden, it all gets changed because Omni-Man kills the Guardians of the Globe, which is basically the Justice League.
Hopefully they watch the credits to see that part.
They spend...
Good thing it was on TikTok first, and it ruined it for me.
They spend...
Fuck you, TikTok.
The entire episode building the Guardians of the Globe like they're going to be these mentors for Mark. And then his dad just murders them. And he doesn't explain it.
And I still don't know why. I understand he has to kill the other strong people, but he didn't kill all of the other strong people. You mean he just killed them?
Because they were the only ones he deemed a threat.
But they weren't. But they obviously weren't even a threat, though.
They were. He almost died.
Killing all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Probably could have just picked them off one by one.
But he almost died.
He did.
When he fought them.
Yeah.
And he had to almost die in order to sell it. That he was also...
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And that's the question, too. See, did he almost die because he was trying to sell it that they all got beat up? Like, was he actually close to death? I don't know. And who fucked him up the most? The Flash? Obviously not the Flash, but...
He crushed his head.
I know he crushed his head.
Mountain style.
Fucked up his chest a good amount. He probably like...
He didn't do anything to it.
He didn't do shit?
He tore his uniform.
Who fucked him up then?
Probably the immortal war woman. Probably did the most damage.
I don't remember.
It definitely wasn't the fish dude.
Only thing I remember is...
Aquarius used water gun.
I just remember him getting beat in the chest. I don't remember anybody else.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody else beating him. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
There were like 2 characters. So he kills the Justice League in really this really brutal way. And then
Justice League.
He goes, they have their funeral, and then they start investigating the murder, and there's this demon detective named Damien Darkblood, and I
fucking love.
He's awesome.
He's a wonderful character.
He's like Hellboy mixed with the Question.
He knows he's better than everyone. Great. He's smarter than everyone.
I think
he's
figured out.
Detective.
He figured out what.
He's pretty much Batman. He's like the detective.
He's like Hellboy mixed with Batman.
Yeah.
And it's great until they banish him to hell because he gets too close to the truth.
That's just his home.
He gets to the truth. He's going to tell the world, and Cecil's like, "That will ruin everything. We can't have you do that."
Reminds me of Rorschach. Fuck this guy. At least we didn't kill him. Just banish him to.
Yes, he is like Rorschach. He's Rorschach and Hellboy mixed together.
From Watchmen. If you haven't seen Watchmen, go watch either the movie or read the comic or watch. I haven't seen the show though. It doesn't matter. Anyway. Did you want to break down the episodes? Not really.
Not really. I'm kind of giving broad strokes here.
Yeah.
Halfway through, as we're starting to realize that. So one thing that you can tell, and it's a key difference between, say, everybody keeps comparing Omni-Man to Superman because of their powers. Omni-Man believes he's above everything and everyone because they're beneath him.
That's what he was taught.
So I don't care.
It's not his fault.
You are on Earth. You can learn. No, you don't. He doesn't get a pass.
Amongst the ants?
So anytime they try to ask him to do something, he refuses because he's like, no. He gives a different reason, but it's very clearly because he feels like it's beneath him. And so Mark will go instead. And you can see the frustration to the point where, in I think it's episode 5, Mark decides to try and take down this like mob boss. And his dad is like, why are you doing this? It's beneath you. And
Black Mask?
It's kind of like Black Mask. His name's Machine Head. And his voice is auto-tuned because he has a robot head. It's weird. The show is great. But anyway, they go to that. Little do they know, does Mark know, that Machine Head has hired like these super-powered assholes to show up. Specifically, holy shit, Battle Beast. He's like a giant tiger, wolf, lion man.
Majestic and gorgeous as fuck. He's like the coolest.
He's with a mace.
Yeah.
And he's just...
gorgeous mane.
Everything's
and a
like...
mace.
Going fairly well because the Guardians of the New Globe... Oh, we didn't even get to that. The New Guardians, led by Robot. There's the teen team. That gets fucked up because Rexplode is an asshole and he like nukes the team by fucking Duplicate. Which I don't blame him. If I could have sex with the same woman but also have a foursome at the same time... Rexplode is an asshole. Absolute an asshole.
Rexplode is only... he only feels bad that he got caught. He felt like no
100%.
remorse whatsoever.
No.
Oh, come on, Adam Eve. And then he does the typical thing. Like, doesn't even mean anything. Like, hey, your other girlfriend is like right here. Now you're going to lose them both, idiot. Don't you watch TV?
He's like, this doesn't mean shit. And she's like, what? He's like, oh, fuck.
And he's like, wait. Okay, what's the pro? You just...
Yeah.
Just damn it.
So they build this new team. We get to see more about Robot's personality and his character and his motivations.
Keep giving hints of who Robot is without actually telling you for a while.
He has his own really genuinely messed up reasons for doing things. He's in love with Monster Girl, who is a 24-year-old in a 14-year-old's body because every time she transforms, she gets younger, which is
mindfuck. Now what do you do?
Upsetting.
Now what do you do? Is your issue with girls look like girls, or is your issue with how old girls are?
So Robot ends up cloning his mind into the human body of Rexplode, who he thinks she has a crush on.
Wait, hold on. Is Robot... Hold on. I want to know how old Robot is. Like the
probably 30s.
You think so?
If I had to guess.
The weird baby man thing?
Oh, yeah. It's like this weird, like...
It's just really depressing.
Anyway, so that team comes... They all try to fight Machine Head. It goes horribly. Like 4 of them get murdered or almost murdered.
They get messed up.
Was it Black Samson gets like snapped in half?
A few of them. A few of them are taken out for like I think
Monster
weeks
Girl,
or something like
her
that.
head
or
gets
days or
crushed
weeks.
with 2 stones. Battle Beast is amazing. And then he just just caves in.
You like hate Omni-Man, but you love Battle Beast.
Because at least
He just wants to fight. He's like the Goku. I was hoping I would get beat.
Battle Beast doesn't find himself superior. I mean, he does, but not in the same way that Omni-Man does. He just wants a challenge. He's like Vegeta in giant lion man form. But yeah, and he just like caves in his chest and he's like, this people are and when he realizes that they're beneath him and they can't stand up to his level of power, he just leaves.
Wonderful.
Which is he's there, he like shows up, fuck shit up, leave.
Hey, so next time you're in a huge fight and you're like, you want to just end the fight, just be like, you know what? You guys suck too much. Bye, and just walk out. Don't even kill him. Just whoop like the 10 people's ass or however many people there were.
You really gotta land a couple of punches before you do that. You can't go, you guys suck, and then walk away.
They're like chasing after you. Oh crap, I made a mistake.
Yeah. Anyway, so that leads...
Talk about the relationship, the team,
and
robot.
It all comes to a head with... kind of skipping some of the subplots. It all comes to a head with Cecil, who's like the head of... He's basically Nick Fury, but like angrier.
Yeah, he's like the S.H.I.E.L.D. organization, I guess, because he deals with superhumans.
Yeah, he's actually scarier than Nick Fury.
Well, he's able to I don't think it's believable that he's able to keep teleporting away. I think Omni-Man would be too fast for that. Because he still has like human reaction speed, so he wouldn't be able to do it.
Anyway.
But he's still awesome.
Cecil now knows that Omni-Man killed the Guardians, and he knows that he's messed up, and he's trying to slow him down so that he can get to Mark, let Mark know what's up. So they bring the Immortal back to life, and he remembers that what happened, and he goes to attack Omni-Man, and Omni-Man on national television, so that literally the entire world sees the greatest hero murdering one of the other greatest heroes. He like cuts him in half. And now it's like all pretense is gone. Omni-Man just goes apeshit and he just starts wrecking everything.
I think I guess he made it a secret just for Mark, the whole killing of the Guardians of the Globe.
I think
that was the point, right?
I think he was trying to make it easier. He didn't want the entire world to come against him. So
I still can't wrap my head around like why he chose to wait until Mark has powers, then kill Guardians of the Globe, and then waited even longer, I guess, for Mark to get more experience being a superhero, and then tell him. But then you fucked up because
he wanted to train Mark to be a Viltrumite,
you already trained him to be a human because you listened to your wife.
Here's my other question.
You made him a human, so you fucked up. Make him a monster like yourself.
He couldn't.
I think he could have.
It wouldn't have worked without his powers. And it's very complicated. He's a very complicated character. He's still a monster, but he's very complex, and he's a great villain because you wonder about him. You genuinely are curious about his...
I saw some things on Instagram. I think Omni-Man's going to turn into a hero later on.
I hope he can have a redemption arc.
I think that's the point. They're going to do a Game of Thrones thing where they try to make you like really hate someone and then bring them around.
All you have to do...
Well, that's my favorite.
All you have to do...
Character arcs.
All you have to do to save his character is just introduce worse characters. So just introduce more Viltrumites.
Ooh.
If you
like
have more,
actually cold Viltrumites that aren't swayed by emotion and family.
Who probably have never had family. Because there's more Viltrumites in the comics.
But Viltrumites have families. So
that they don't give a shit about.
Do they just keep killing their child when they're not strong enough?
Yeah.
Okay, time to...
Yes.
Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, that's probably what happens.
He says that in the show. He says... Fine, what's 17 more years? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I can always start again. Bam,
I wonder.
Bam.
I wonder if the dynamic is. This would be interesting actually, because obviously they have a fight to the death in half population, and so maybe, like, all the kids, like they have the kids like at the same age or whatever because they're psychopaths and they make sure to like bang and consummate like at the same time. So then when their kids turn 18, they take all their 18-year-olds and like every year everyone's, like a group of 18-year-olds and they all just kill each other until there's like half of each or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know that.
I bet you there's something like that.
I assume they're going to...
Doesn't really explain it. Because
I feel like they're going to explain more in future seasons.
Yeah, we have gaps in Omni-Man's plan with Mark. Like we don't know, is is he gonna like train Mark and then leave him, and then he's the new Omni-Man, and he's gonna go back to something?
I feel like that was the plan. Was once he got his powers, he was going to train him, leave, go to another planet, and start the whole process over again.
But then he like, I think Mark didn't have. I think that Omni-Man didn't have a good plan, or the Viltrumites don't have a good plan.
Maybe I'm just
because there's obviously you have Mark, who's a typical Earthling, who's gonna have a humanity and emotion issues.
Probably a lot of planets don't fight back that hard. Or anyway. The last episode is just like 20 minutes of him trying to prove that Earthlings are weak and beneath him, and he's throwing him through buildings so that people will die. At one point, he holds his face on an oncoming train, and the train doesn't do any damage to Mark because he's stronger than that, but
a train is nothing compared to his fight with Omni-Man.
And he just holds him there, and the entire train coming through just slaughters this entire train full of people.
So he's emotional, right? So he's going like this, but he's accidentally making blades of fury with his arms.
Yeah.
just two blenders.
Yeah.
And then
it's
the train
funny.
buckles.
It's actually genuinely horrifying.
For him it was. For me, I was like, yeah, because at this point they've already established that they're going to be killing. I mean, heck, they've been accidentally or on purpose killing civilians the whole show. Like either when Omni-Man went to that planet and just destroyed tons of civilians, he didn't care. He didn't like tactfully look for like war targets. He just killed everyone or killed everyone who was in his way. And then the same thing for the last episode, just killing whoever's just around.
Whenever he doesn't have to keep up appearances, he's terrifying.
Also, I'm desensitized from freaking Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel, where
so much
that dang pretty much same thing of a superhero and a way stronger superhero are just destroying a whole city. It happens. They're really strong. They're flying all over the place.
Yeah.
It's so obvious, and it never happens. Well, I shouldn't say never happens. It most time doesn't happen in comic book stories. There's just tons of collateral damage like that.
I love whenever they explain and show these godlike beings are going to have this ungodly amount of collateral damage where people just die, and a ton of people die.
And like that one scene where Invincible tries to save that woman in that first alien fight in episode 2, and he messes up because of course he would. He's learned. He doesn't know how to be a superhero.
Yeah.
And he's fighting people that are killing everyone. He has to save people as they're trying to kill him. It's an obvious issue where people are going to die. And I love how realistic that is.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think we've pretty much covered everything. So I would say that's it for this week. That is our review of Invincible. Hopefully you've watched it if you've stuck around for this part.
I don't even care. I'm kind of like Omni-Man. I don't care.
You grow a mustache.
I need to get a slightly
slaughtering people.
Slightly more like masculine voice. I feel like I'm better than everybody.
Yeah. So, like I said at the halfway point, if you like what we do here, if you like our videos, you like our personalities and our opinions on things, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We typically only do them once a week, but eventually we hope to do more. So stick around for that. Hopefully we have big things coming. Next week, we're hoping to do Zack Snyder's new Netflix film, Army of the Dead. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully. Stick around. And as always, stay hungry.